Thanks for coming back to Castle Toys and Games What's New series. Today, before we get started with what's new, we're going to talk a little bit about how Castle Toys and Games recycles. We've had some questions lately, and we just want to address some of the things that might make you feel better with the way we do things. So one thing is we get a lot of cardboard. I mean, we get a ton of cardboard. And so we just want to know that we do recycle them in two different ways. One way is when we get our e-com orders, we recycle the boxes that way and reuse them. The other way is Jeff and I are constantly going to the recycle cardboard bins that you've probably seen I know where they are in Beaver County. That's mostly where we do our recycling, but we never throw those things in the trash. They always get recycled. Also, I get a ton of catalogs, tons. Those go into the paper recycling bins, which brings us to our bags. So we are switching over to the plastic bags. These are USA made, and they are recyclable. You can recycle them, but we got the heavy duty ones on purpose so that you can reuse them. Your husband could take his lunch to work in these. You could take your lunch to work in these. You could take stuff to the beach in these. They're that nice and thick. So they're reusable and recyclable and made in the United States. So also Jeff's recently did all the light bulbs in Oakmont with LEDs to save on using up the electricity. So we are mindful of the need to recycle and reuse. And now, getting back to our video, our normal type of video. Easter's upon us. We still have things coming in this week, but I wanted to preview a few things just to get you interested and see what you might like. We did get puzzles in. We have a whole bunch of stuff in, but the rest of it's coming probably this week. So we're going to start over here on this end. We got in some Easter puzzles from the New York Puzzle Company, which is USA made. And to start off, we have 4 little 20-piece mini puzzles for the youngsters. And there's a built one over here. Jemima the duck. So those are Beatrice Potter. This one is a different, this one is a different author. Super cute though. And then moving up to the floor puzzles. And 2 floor puzzles. How do you want them? Up or
Don't
down?
do anything. Yeah, I can get them from there.
Okay. And then we go to a child's 60-piece set.
How many pieces is the one I'm looking at
The
here?
floor puzzles are 48 pieces. So
And they're appropriate
larger,
for who?
the younger crowd, like
3s and 4s. It says so in the box. Okay.
even 2-year-olds that are used to doing puzzles. The pieces are big enough. This is a 60-piece puzzle, which would be 4, 5, 6. And we got 2 adult-size Easter puzzles in. One is Beatrice Potter, and one is the cover of the front of the New Yorker. The New Yorker is 1,000 pieces.
Okay, good.
Okay, talking more about building, we also got in our Easter Plus Plus. Plus are these blocks that are made in Denmark. They're just 2 pluses to make up 1 block. And this is the Easter Bunny. You can get a tube of him right here.
So when you get the tube, it gives you the design to make something, in this case the Easter Bunny.
And there's extra too, because there's more pieces in there than what that bunny is. What Jeff just showed you was the extra big one for the toddlers. Those are big pluses. You could see in the bottom, I think, this dial of that big plus. And then there's also an Easter chick tube. And then a spring mix, which I really like these colors in the spring mix.
So what do you do after you make that particular design?
You can keep it and use it for the whole Easter season, and then you can take it apart and build other things, spinning tops, which is my favorite, and things like that.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. You can make it into anything, right?
Yes. And moving on, we also got in, a lot of you are familiar with the Spot It game. This is a Spot It mini version for Easter, and really cool pictures. So basically the game is there's one in the middle. These would be turned over, and everybody would turn over one, and the first one to have something that matches the other puzzle, or I mean the middle piece, like this basket, they would go first. So it's a speed game, so you don't have to wait for the other person to go. You would turn yours over, and so it plays like that. So this egg goes on because of the egg. It's a different size, but it's the same picture.
So you want to be the
So-
first one to identify the one matching picture, like the zigzag egg on this one. Yeah, yeah, Spotted's great.
And so it is speed, so you identify it, but then you also have to put your card on first.
So the amazing thing about Spotted games is that there's always exactly one matching image between any two cards. I find that to be remarkable. I don't know how they did that.
We got in our mini tins for Easter. So this is Easter Bloom.
Crazy Aaron's Putty.
Yep, made in Pennsylvania. So that's a hypercolor, which means the color changes. And this is called Speckled Egg. And Speckled Egg is a glow-in-the-dark one. Does have speckles and glows in the dark. And this one is Fresh Grass. And it is a clear green putty with grass-like pieces in it. And that's pretty cool too. Very, very sparkly.
So that's one of our Pennsylvania companies.
Yes. And then the highlighters, we've had these highlights in for Halloween. They did so well for Halloween. We brought them for Christmas, Valentine's, and now Easter. The kids are loving these, and they're great for in-car rides. So I'll just like show you real quick. So here's just like the old-fashioned highlighters. There's the picture on the bottom are all the things that you want to find. So we want to find this ice cream, so we're going to highlight it, and then we highlight it over here. Great travel game, great in the car if you're going to grandma's, that kind of thing. So that's that. And then the last thing I want to show you, because there's a lot, so we'll show you some more next week, but we got in these stretch bunnies. They come in pink, blue, and purple. What's a stretch bunny, you ask?
I wonder what that is. Oh, wow.
That is a stretch bunny. Ah, how would you like to look for that for a day? And then he stretches he squishes back. They would super cute in a basket. And there's the stretch bunny. But we have a few other things that do the exact same thing. So we have chameleons that stretch and do that. And we have the clownfish, and I don't know what kind of fish that is, but we have those two fish that also stretch out real far like that. 50% of its size here stretching. So these guys stretch really far. Now let me show you the back of this, because it'll show you the different types that come on there.
Fun.
Yep.
So they're squishy and they stretch. It's just what you're, just what you want. Just what you want for Easter.
And so it's this, I hate to say this, but it's the same as at Christmas time. Once it sells out, we can't get it back in. So, especially the Eastery things. So, if you see something you like, you could order online, call us and order it, or come on in and see the rest of the items that we already have. Thanks so much. See you next time.
See ya.